Alrighty, I'm just doing a little intro video for the TopDon TopScan Pro. Um, doing this on my Forerunner. So I'm literally just going through this right now. So I'm going to learn as you guys are going to learn. So the option without smart key, that breaks down everything. Then down on the bottom right, all the interactions so far have been down on the bottom. And we'll go to auto scan. And this gives you a list of all the different modules. Now my truck does not have KDSS, so it's just a generic list. We'll hit scan for engine, and it starts going through all of them. Yep, it hits KDSS, says not exist. So it knows what's in there and what's not. I don't have to tell it. As it goes, it'll keep scrolling down the screen for you, which is pretty cool. Sorry that this is kind of like up close. I've got this on a pretty large tablet, and keeping my phone as far away from it as possible to try to show you the screen kind of makes everything unreadable. So, going through, okay, it's all done. Scanner progress 100. I'm going to hit report. There's that. You can put the plate in if you want, customer name. It'll save the report just like it does on the other TopDon scanners. Full system report. Tells you how many systems are scanned, number of detected DTCs. 0 DTCs were found. Shows you that there's no faults in any of the modules. You can then click on the bottom here and save. And it'll save that report. So I'm going to exit auto scan and go into hot functions. So we've got in here oil life reset, electronic parking brake reset. These are just generic ones because this truck's not a diesel, so it's not going to have DPF. Airbag, windows calibration, probably for automatic up and down windows after you disconnect the battery. Throttle adaptation, ABS bleed, TPMS reset. Vehicle profile just brings up, sorry, I was off the screen. Vehicle profile just brings up the basic info about the truck. So, I'm going to go into ECU, and this ECU can use fuel injection, injection timing, not control. So this is just a basic description of what the module you're going into does. We're going to go down the bottom here and hit next. So I can hit read DTCs, clear DTCs, which I already read them. Data stream, which will give me live data. Active test, which will probably allow me to command things like the evap system, stuff like that. Alright, so there's a few things here. There's secondary air, yep, there's evap right there. Activate vacuum pump, control injection, control the AC cut signal, idle fuel cut, and there's significantly more. Activate air pump heater. Allow you to do a relative compression test, apparently. Control select cylinder for fuel cut, so you can cut fuel to a cylinder, see how much the idle drops, kind of a cylinder contribution test. Control shift position, so if you have the sport shift, I'm assuming, and I'm not going to say for 100%, but that'll allow you to actually bump up and down what gear you're in. Control fuel pump duty cycle, control fuel pump and speed. So it's pretty comprehensive in here. So now I'll fire the truck up. I'm going to watch some live data. Right now my MAF is reporting high because it hasn't come down to idle yet. You see it'll start dropping as the idle drops down. Vehicle load, intake air temp is at 30C. it's about 90-ish degrees Fahrenheit. I'll have to switch the the different word. The Fahrenheit to Celsius and stuff like that, or Celsius to Fahrenheit rather. Vehicle speed, throttle sensor voltage, which should increase as I rev the car. And you'll see throttle sensor 2 also goes up and down. Automotive duty, warm-up cycles is cleared. Wow, fuel system already went into closed loop. The car's been running for less than a minute. That's pretty impressive. Way to go, Toyota. Short-term, long-term fuel trims. So right now it's trying to pull a little bit of fuel because the car just started. It was just running rich and open loop. Ignition advance. EVAP purge is not purging right now. Current fuel type, gasoline. God, I'd hope so. Glow plug indicator is supported. There is no glow plug in this one. I'm assuming that there is probably a diesel 4Runner somewhere in the world, but we don't get them here. So yeah. And on the bottom here, you can edit the list so you can look at less things, which allows the refresh rate to be faster. You can generate a report, or you can record the live data. Go back up to the top here. MAF is still reading a little high for my liking, though it's still kind of high idling a little bit. But yeah, so that's the engine stream. Special functions. We'll go into special functions, see what we got in here. Warning value reset, manual throttle management, and manual oil reset. Manual oil reset will tell you how to reset the oil life through the dashboard. On this car, it's putting it on trip, putting on trip A, turning the car off, holding the display button, then clicking the car to accessory, and that will reset the maintenance light. But yeah, so you can see all the different modules here that you can go into. So this is pretty comprehensive for just a Bluetooth dongle. I am quite impressed. But yeah, that's kind of the basics of it. It's actually, let's exit auto scan, yes. One thing to note, you will have to download all of the profiles of whatever vehicle you want to onto whatever you're going to Bluetooth the dongle to. So make sure you have a Wi-Fi connection. If you're running something like a tablet that's not a phone, if you have a phone, just make sure you have a good signal. The software seems to download very quickly, so no real worry about that. Sure you want to exit, yes. Cancel. Back all the way out. Oh, just beeped at me. So up here in the right hand corner, you see the little VCI with the check mark. That means it is connected. And this is the main screen here. Throttle reset, electronic parking brake, steering. So this is steering. It's under maintenance. Let's see. This is the list of everything I downloaded, which isn't everything because I have no reason to download most of the European. So let's go back through the VIN thing real quick. Go down to the bottom corner and hit read. Okay. Okay, so they can't do that on this one. There's the reminder. Remove the VCI from the vehicle's OBD connector. Confirm. So yeah, and then they have repair information here, DTC repair guide. They also have a list of TSBs, which very useful. So yeah, that is it. Yep. So just quick intro to it. And as I explore more, if I find more functions, I will let you guys know.